John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato. Frank the cop has a serious problem. Frank's handled auditors and sovereign citizens and even felons with guns. But in today's show, Frank will face his most dangerous prey ever, a millennial.
He's never been issued a driver's license. He just thinks that it's okay to drive around because he's a millennial.
The second I saw the speed limit sign, I realized I was going way too fast and I slowed down.
Way too fast. Okay. Do you have anything with you that says who you are?
Yeah, I have an ID.
Let's start that. So you have an ID card. So your driver's license is suspended.
I haven't had one.
I'm sorry, you what?
I've never had one.
You've never had a license? So why are you driving if you've never had a license? Did you put those stickers on your car?
Yes, I did.
So that's like a proclamation that you've made?
It's just a funny sticker. I thought it would be funny.
See registration, current proof insurance. You don't have that. So you don't have registration. You don't have insurance. You don't have a driver's license. And you're driving a self-proclaimed yeah, so I think he's probably right with the stickers that he put on his car, and I believe that car is going to become temporary property of the state because he's never been issued a driver's license. He just thinks that it's okay to drive around because he's a millennial and probably feels entitled to just drive as if it is a right and not a privilege. So he's definitely not going to make it to work on time.
Millennials must love offensive bumper stickers, as Frank notices two more. Question to everyone. We've all heard the F word, seen it, and most of us have uttered it. But you're inviting trouble, least of all being pulled over by cops. I'd worry about the large man in the next pump at a gas station who will tell you one time to remove it because it offends his wife and kid. And when you start your First Amendment speech, free speech, you will be headed to the ER.
Loud and slow? Not so much slow. But you're free to go. So grab your water bottle, get walking over to your friend's house, get some water over there.
So here's our millennial doing the walk of shame, as auditors like to say. So what's the chance of Frank running into two millennials in one day?
I pulled out from Johnson Ranch, and I'm a little bit late for my class, which means no reason for any speeding. I get that. I have had a suspended license already. I get that.
You're so young to already have had a suspended license. How did that happen?
Speeding tickets, and I know.
So exactly what you did today?
Yes.
All right. Take care of some business here. Hey, Buck. There's no crying in baseball.
No.
And there's no crying in speeding.
Yes, you heard that right. The guy's crying. It must be some millennial default reaction to any of life's crisis. Like this guy who had to work an extra hour.
I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm like 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day.
Take care of some business here. Hey, Buck. There's no crying in baseball.
No, I know.
And there's no crying in speeding.
I'm not crying. It's just why?
Why? Because apparently, like you've heard of a learning curve, right? That kind of goes like this. Your learning curve is like this. It means that you're not getting the point, that you shouldn't be speeding. You are 24 miles an hour above the speed limit. You're a criminal amount of speed above the speed limit.
I know I was doing that 24. I promise you I will.
It's locked in on my radar. What I don't want to hear, as I do from everyone else in your generation, is excuses. I don't want to hear excuses. All I want to hear is, hey man, my right foot, it likes the pedal on the right. That's it. I get it. People speed. But what I don't want is a whole bunch of excuses because
I didn't give
it doesn't matter.
I told you I was late to class and that gives me no right to speed. I know that, and it's my fault.
And here we go. And this is me holding you responsible.
A couple of things here. We got Frank the cop quoting Tom Hanks in the movie A League of Our Own. But he concludes this stop with some compassion.
I'm still
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. If people didn't...
But for those of us that are aware of Frank's irreverent sense of humor, he mocks the guy with,
Man, don't worry about it. If people didn't speed, I wouldn't have anyone to talk to. I would drive around all day in my car by myself. I wouldn't get to meet people, so I need people to speed, and I appreciate you doing that for me.
John Ligato show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. We do not ask for personal information. You guys have a good day. Semper Fidelis.